We had to move.
Yeah, you're getting evicted. Yeah.
Pushing.
It's very...
Stabbing.
Well, no, okay, well, watch yourself. Yeah. Liquid, like, Viagra.
Alright, welcome back. It's been a while. New setup.
Yep. New place, new setup. We have individual chairs, individual desks.
We have the casting couch.
Yeah, exactly. I feel very comfortable. Which, you know, I just nailed that.
Sick.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Moving on. We are back. Two Lads on Deck chairs have returned.
Yes, so as always, how have you been?
Mate,
last couple.
It's been a long while, but I've been pretty good. I'm still doing my sport, still doing my netball, still working at ye old liquor shop that I'm sure we've named before, but for branding purposes, I feel like it's smarter to not name now. Yeah, no, I've been pretty good. How have you been?
I've been pretty good. I've had to move recently.
Yes,
But other than that, I've just been arbouring and studying as always. But
that's the way.
so yes, we had to move into a new place, and
And
now
it's-
for a life lesson.
It's very lovely. It's a very lovely new place. But yes, life lessons. Roll the intro. Life lessons.
So, have you moved before?
I have. I moved out into a share house with four other people. There were 5 of us total, which is too many. Don't do that. But I moved out a year or two ago, and I was there for about a year before I ended up just moving back. So I'm back with family, back with parents now, which is very good for money saving, because cost of living and everything is very expensive.
It's very expensive.
But, you know, we've always done our filming at one of the various Babadoe residences. I don't think we've ever done anything out at my place. But please,
So
enlighten me. How did it go?
What has happened? So originally we were going to film a lot, but shortly after that promise, my landlord decided to sell his house. So that was an interesting discovery.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he thought the land, because since he didn't own the land, he was renting it. He has to be present on the land at all times. So he got hit with a vacancy tax
Oh,
while we were there,
okay.
because he works at the Hayman Islands, so he's
Yeah.
offshore, and that's why we got the place. And then so he got hit with this massive couple grand tax at the start of the year,
Which is not what you want.
which is not. So we discovered, while real estate agents were coming over, that we were getting we had to move.
Yeah, you're getting evicted. Yeah.
Well, we're getting sold. So
Yeah.
along with trying to make the house look nice for someone to sell, we had to find a new place, which took about 6 weeks of just hell, I would
Yeah.
describe it. But yeah, so we found this little nice 2-beddy apartment, which means we actually have a room to
Yeah.
record.
We have a whole damn room. So slowly, these walls will be filling up
Yeah.
with more and more man cave
So
stuff.
It's quite bare minimum at the moment, but
Yes.
trust us, we will upgrade this space. But it means it gets me a space where I can close the door and record and happily keep going.
And it's chill and it's good. You know, people can walk in, walk around, like where the door is currently protected by 2 industrial grade lights, which I think is rather amusing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a really nice place too.
It
Like
is.
I've been here a few times now, you know, to set up and get everything going. And this is a lovely room. It's my dream.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have an office
It means
space like this.
Yeah, all my filming stuff is in a closet safely away.
Yeah.
And like, it's just so nice having this space, because before it would take a couple hours to set up,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons that recording was such a pain.
Yeah.
But now, as you might have seen in one of my streams, this setup is just set up in the background.
It just sits here now. Like we turn up, and the only things we have to set up are these. There are 2 lights sitting
And
there.
technical difficulties with cameras and stuff.
Oh, but yeah, that's bound
That's-
to happen
yeah, it's
regardless.
always-
You know, it doesn't matter. Doesn't
But
matter
yeah,
when.
the camera we're using is my streaming camera, so it's all set up so we don't have to set up a tripod and everything. I'm a little worried about the battery, so if this recording just suddenly stops, you'll know we have a problem to solve.
But yeah, nah. So I actually did. I remember seeing a study a while back, where apparently moving house is actually one of the most stressful things you can do.
I could imagine.
They were measuring stress responses in people doing a bunch of various different tasks, and the idea of moving house and having to move and pack everything and shift it all around, like apparently that is the most like stressful thing that someone can do.
Well, I would have to I would say having a child would be a most stressful change in life, but I guess
Well, so that depends. Some people want a child, like
I guess,
it's a
but
bit
some
different.
people want to move, right, to a bigger house.
I think in general most of the time, because when you're looking at people moving houses, I feel like it's more your case. Like you have been evicted, your lease has ended, you have to move. When people want to move house, it's because they have bought it half the time. They've bought a house, but that's different in and of itself, because you're moving to a place where you know you're going to stay. With here, it's like, well, I now have residence for another 12 months. You know?
Yeah, I guess renting is a pain, but then buying a house, it's a mortgage you have to take on.
Yeah.
But then what about getting fired or job transfer? I feel like there's a few other things that could be more stressful than moving houses. That's
maybe. Anyway, it was just a study, so who knows? And I have to see if I can find the information about it at all.
But that is interesting. Moving is the most stressful thing.
Yeah.
Put down in the comments below what you think is the most stressful thing in life.
Yes. Yeah, that would be very interesting. But yeah. What's your lesson? You know, because there's got to be a lesson in there somewhere. This is life lessons after all.
So what I learned from moving, so basically, do not worry about the price as much, like what the rentals. What we found in our case is like the lower you go, the more people, the higher you go, more competition. So just stretching that little bit more to get a little more comfy place is worth the stretch.
Yeah.
Some people can't afford it. I understand that, and that's why there's so many at those lower prices. But in the end, just become organized, make sure you have enough boxes, and in the end, it's all worth it just to have your stuff all. I found it therapeutic because, like, packing all your stuff, you get fond of memories and you forget about things you had, and then unpacking it, you can find new places, and it's all very nice. But
you get this new little setup, nice little change.
But you will find a place in the end. Do not worry about not finding, because I was very stressed because we only had 6 weeks to find a place.
Yeah, but these guys, when you're looking at two people that have professional careers, like you're bound to find somewhere.
Yeah, it was just like going through all the inspections and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's a pain.
As well, if you're not getting a response within a couple days or weeks, go for another place.
Yeah. Because
we had a place for a week that we thought we were getting nothing. We came to this place and we got it within the next day.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, it was that quick turnover.
Wow.
But to be fair,
it's nice. It's a really good spot. Like it's very well located.
But Denise, my girlfriend, was the only one in the inspection at the time.
Oh.
So that might be why. So that's my advice.
If they had met this man, they wouldn't have given it
to
me.
Maybe I'm the problem, but so either don't be me or what I said, just go for that little bit higher just to see if you can push it.
See if you can push it, get it done. But yeah, nice. Not fair.
Right. I heard you have a story.
But yes, so we've got a new segment again, and this time we have story time. Roll the new intro.
Story time.
And so, recently, as people would know, and as the Babadoe knows, I play netball. I play men's netball. Very, very niche, but very fun. So they have in our local sort of area, we have the New South Wales State Titles, which is a competition where you play these sort of modified games. So instead of playing quarters, you play halves. They're shortened. You play a whole bunch of games during the day, and much like how a football league works, like the English Premier League, they don't have finals. It's just your scores are based on games you win, lose, and draw. So you just have the total at the end. So that's interesting in and of itself. But I was asked to play. So one of my New South Wales teammates is very involved in the Liverpool City Netball Association, LCNA.
Wow, that's a long title.
Yeah, well, Liverpool. Liverpool. And so he asked me and sent me a message and said, "Hey Pat, would you be keen to play?" And he had asked one of my other Canberra teammates back here as well, and we were both like, "Yeah, sure, why not? That sounds like a good fun. It's a good crew of people. Let's do it." And then we do like 2 trainings. We barely train together. I think our coach was very stressed, which is, to be fair, if I was a coach, I'd be stressed as well. It's a team that hasn't trained together.
Exactly.
But I have all of the results and everything here. And to spoil the long story, I had the best time. I had so much fun playing with this club, with these people, everything
Wow.
about it. It was just
A true love story.
yeah. It felt, I got through season 3 of Haikyuu recently, and so going and playing like during that thing, it felt very much like a Haikyuu style, like working your way through the anime. But I'll pull up. We played 6 games a day. We played two sets, so 12 games over the course of 2 days, over the course of a weekend. And to tell you the story of how this works, LCNA, from my understanding, has been they have a reputation of being rough and tumble.
Really?
Yeah, as a club,
What did they do?
well, they just have a reputation of being rough and tumble on the good side, but other people say that they play dirty and all these other things. So it's kind of like
Tripping,
yeah,
pushing,
it's very
stabbing.
Well, no, okay, well, watch yourself. Yeah, let's be careful there. Which I didn't know that coming into it, and I also don't care. Like, if they're playing with these guys, I actually thought it was really good. And the way that netball works, it's a contact contest sport, right? So as long as you're contesting the ball, contact is fine. Like, obviously, you don't want to be an arsehole about it, but one of those things. But anyway, so a group of people who have never really played together, bar some, and at this point in time, I will admit I was feeling a little bit down in my netball journey.
No.
I was plateauing a little bit. I had kind of lost my spark. I wasn't enjoying netball as much. I was kind of like, look, I'm just doing this because I like the people that are there, and then whatever happens, happens. We get there, and it was a team of people that kept each other in check. There were no egos on the team at all, which was awesome. If anything, we probably kept each other a bit too much in check. There was a lot of in-house bullying was going on.
But that makes everyone more better.
Yeah, it makes it was one of those. Everyone was kept in check. Everyone stayed like really humble. So when you play well, you come off and everyone's G'ing you up. You're like, yeah, you did really well. But then if you start getting too big for yourself, you get shot right back down. You're like, hey, don't be like that. Which I actually really liked, and it ended up creating this team culture where it was very much a power of friendship style team, where you end up with a crew of people that at least for the way it felt for me, is I wanted to try and play well. I wanted to be the best netballer I could be while I was out there on the court.
Was that because of the people saying good for the encouragement you got from your team, or was it just to help out the team because you're more invested with the people?
I think it was a mixture of both, to be honest. So obviously with netball, right, you don't get paid to play. So you're paying to play. So there's no point in doing it if you're not having fun. So that was where I was really struggling for a bit. I was like, if I'm paying my entire paycheck to this sport, why am I not having fun? And so then that's sort of just what I focused on, is if I go out there to have fun, well, let's see what happens. I'm going out there to have fun. I'm playing with these awesome people. The vibes are great. Like, the off-court chat is unreal. The supporters chat. Everyone on the sidelines going crazy. They're behind you the whole way. We end up working our way through the first day, winning every game, winning most games by only one or two, by a few. We had a few big wins. Like, we beat Gosford by 6, and we beat Charleston by 13 or 16. But then there was the big game. So
the finals.
Well, it wasn't a final, but round 6. So we had played 4 games already, and we had our bye. We were playing the team called Karingai. Now, Karingai have been in the competition since its start for men's, and they have never lost a game. It's been 3 or 4 years, I think. So they've never lost a game. They have an unbelievably awesome team, really lovely people, and really damn good netballers. They're really good at what they do. We've turned up, and we're this ragtag bunch of people who've just been pulled together for pure vibes.
Do
And
you still have mullet in this phase?
no, this is recent.
Oh,
no,
okay.
this team was a few weeks ago.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, so this is fresh. This is why it's so close to my heart. But so we get there. Both teams hadn't lost a game at this point. So it's the two teams that have not lost yet. So everyone's turned up and started watching us. It seems like it's going to be like a bigger game. And then the first half ends and we were winning by 1.
Ooh.
So all of a sudden we're all looking at each other going, that's the first half that this team have ever lost. We're playing really well right now. We can beat the best team, the team that's never lost. So that was a massive build-up. And then the second half, we got absolutely pumped. We got walloped. The dream came crashing down. It was tough. It was a classic anime moment where, like, everything's going well, and then all of a sudden, just everything isn't.
Uh-huh.
And we ended up losing by 6 or something like that.
Oh.
So, yeah, we got outscored by 7 in the second half.
Oh.
Which is pretty hectic. But we did finish that game, and the vibes were still good. Because we're not worried about that second half. We're focused on that first half.
The better half.
The better half, we beat the best team for a quarter.
Unless they let you win, just to, you know.
Well, maybe if they were the main characters, maybe that would have happened. But in my story, I'm the main character.
That's a main character syndrome.
Main character energy. But anyway, we play the final game of the day. We're gonna we're gonna come out. We're gonna make a statement that we're not gonna lose any more games after this, and we beat Penrith by 11 or something like that.
Oh.
Anyway,
When will you reverse this team?
the next day.
Next day.
We finish the day. We're coming second. We've won 5 games, lost 1.
Uh-huh.
Okay, going into the second day, we're
Rematch.
we're getting ourselves set up. It's the exact same order of who we're playing. When. First game, we go up against Manly Warringah, which the previous day we had only beaten by 1. And we said to ourselves, we've got to come out, we've got to make a statement, because if we lose any of these games, we're going to be playing catch-up, and we don't play catch-up. Like, that's the kind of vibe that's going on. We ended up losing by 3. 3. But, to be fair, and I feel...
So much for that promise at the start.
It feels weird to say this when it's going to be on the internet. But, for how it felt and for how that game looked, we were playing 7v9. And the reason I say that is because there are 2 umpires on the court, and they were both playing for Manly. Like, they had 2 players on their team, and they were both wearing white. So it was, and that's like, that's sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you get unfortunate luck of the draw, but it just kept happening. Like, all of these calls were not going our way. Our guys were literally having their floor space taken out from underneath them. They were getting beaten up. Well, at one point, one of our guys has gone up, he's caught a ball, and you hear an audible slap as the guys just come up and whacked his hand, and the umpire's like, clean. And we're like, what the hell? That's crazy. But anyway, so we lost. We lost that game. Everyone's kind of going, damn, that's unfortunate. We've now lost a second game. We cannot come first anymore, because what would have happened for us to come first, right, is we would have had to beat everybody and beat Ku-ring-gai, and then we would have both won 11 games, lost 1, and it would have come down to points difference.
Oh, really?
Which, to be fair, Ku-ring-gai would have won on points difference anyway, because they beat every team by like 10 or 12. We were beating every team by like 1 or 2. So it was one of those, like, every game was a tough game. Every game we had to prove ourselves. But anyway, our coach, we're sitting down back in the club tent, and we're sitting down on our deck chairs. Everyone's ready, and she gets up and delivers a speech that would make knights charge into battle. She starts talking about the pride of the club, what it meant, and because for me, I sort of mentioned how I'd never played for this club. I didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, you're the new guy.
I'm the new guy. I didn't understand what it meant to be wearing the uniform. I didn't understand what it meant to be a part of that club, be a part of that team. Over the course of the day before and the few trainings leading up to it, I was kind of introduced to the vibe of how it all works. But by the end of that speech, I sat there and I looked at the other mate who had come up with me, and I went, this runs deeper. Like, this goes deeper than I thought. And from that moment onwards, I I'd bought in. I was
Yeah.
ready, and I was going to give everything I had to help help what was being built there.
The foundation.
Yeah, it was just I can't really explain the feeling that like it gave me properly in words, but it literally was kind of one of those, I am going to run through a wall for you. Like, you know, I'm going to do whatever I need to fight and do this. So, we come out, we play our second game. We just lost by 3. So we were like, well, that's the biggest loss apart from Karingai that we've had the whole time. So we go out, and the team we had beaten by 6 the previous day, we came out, made a statement, and beat them by 11.
Oh.
So one of our biggest wins. We then played my old club. I used to play.
Wait. Back. So after the speech, you still lost?
No, we won again.
Oh,
we
you
won by
it.
11.
Okay. Oh, that's the one you won the most by.
Yeah.
After the speech.
After the speech, so come out and everyone's fighting rare and ready to go. Right. I'm fighting like crazy. I'm jumping. I'm jumping higher. I'm running quicker.
She really needs to give more speeches.
Yeah, apparently more passionate speeches. It works for me at the very least. But we work our way through. We win a few more games, and then we get back. We are now playing Karingai again. So
rematch
to set up what had happened before. So we have one bye a day. So before our match against Karingai, we had a bye. So during our bye, we went up and we were watching, because the men's weren't the only teams playing. There were also the girls teams.
And a bye is when you have that.
Yeah,
week
just have
off.
a break.
Yeah.
You just have not a week. You just have a day. So
Okay.
all these games are being played on the same day. By the way.
Okay.
So we have 6 games on one day, and then 6 games on a
6
second
games
day.
on one day.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's fun. It's tiring, but it's fun. But they are the shorter format, so it makes it easier. But so during our bye, we went up and we were watching one of the girls' teams play, and we were supporting them. And we turned around, and then I think there was a Dubbo team, and they were playing somebody. And it was one of those, like, screw it, let's just start supporting Dubbo as well. And it was one of their managers' birthdays, and we were just yelling and chanting, and it was a lot of fun. And it was just really good, because at one point, I think I remember very vividly, one of the Dubbo shooters, one of these younger people, she catches the ball, she looks, she fakes one way, she fakes another way, and she goes, oh, screw it, puts the ball up, shoots it up in the air, bounces on the top of the rim, bounces on the post, and then bounces in. And all of us go crazy. We're like, yeah, going wild. And she just turns and she has the biggest smile on her face, and all of that. And then it turned out that it was their bye after that game. So the entire Dubbo team that we had just been supporting came down to watch us play Karingai.
Oh, that's nice.
And so our court is surrounded with people from Liverpool, people from Karingai, randoms that have just come to watch the Battle of the Giants. It's gonna be so much fun. And we get set up, we start the game, and I don't know how the first half ended. I think we were down, but we were in it.
Yeah.
Second half, we just kind of kept going. So in the first 2 minutes of the game, we went down 4-1. And I was like, damn it, we're down 3. And in these shorter games, being down 3 means a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be hard to work it back. So I was just catching the ball, shooting it. First half, I couldn't hit a shot to save my life, but thankfully my teammate could. So he was hitting everything. Second half, I started hitting everything.
Oh, nice.
And so I was catching boards, grabbing, ripping everything in. And then what happened was the ball came down, I hit the shot, I hear everyone cheer, and I'm like, yep, that's normal, everyone cheers.
That's normal.
But because it's outdoors, you don't know what the score is.
Right.
So you don't know what the score, because there's just someone with a piece of paper scoring away. So if you want to know what the score is, you have to ask your manager to ask the scorer, and then she or he will tell you.
Oh, so it's not like basketball where it's on the board.
Yeah, because it's outdoors,
Oh,
so
right.
you don't have it. So I'm too focused on the game, I can't ask what the score is.
Exactly, don't get distracted.
I don't want to get distracted by it. And so I hit that final shot, the referee blows the whistle to end time. There's about what felt like an eternity of silence, but in reality it was about a second. Like, a bit of silence, I look around, and then my bench, the whole of the Liverpool supporters and the Dubbo people, go crazy screaming. And I was like, oh my god, we've won. We just beat a team that had not lost in 3 years.
And beat you in the second half severely.
Yeah.
Jeez, congrats.
And the feeling that you get from that, like, it's, yeah, we came second overall, yeah, we got silver, but, oh my god, like,
This is like a Ted Lasso season.
Yeah, it felt like an anime, bro. It felt it felt like any sports story that you hear ever. It was just amazing, and to be a part of such an amazing club, to meet all these such like amazing people, it was awesome. Now I understand I probably yapped on for ages, but I do want to say now, if anybody from Liverpool sees this, my teammates, the managers, anyone ever, you lot gave me a spark for netball again. I was saying at the start I wasn't having fun. I was having fun. I was considering taking time off. I was really excited to like just take a break, move back from it, and then all of a sudden I played with this team and I just found it again. And,
good job.
Oh, thank you. And now like, because I wanted to take some time off, I don't want to drive up to Sydney every weekend. They were like, oh, do you want to come play Metro? And I was like, oh, God damn it. And I was like, okay, I'll be there. Like,
well, if you're having fun, it doesn't matter, right?
That's one of those things. I was like, you guys are such great people. I want to be a part of what you're building. As I said, it was a team that made me want to try my hardest. And so being in that environment, being in that area, that is a feeling. It is addictive. It is an addictive feeling, being a part of a crew of people where you want to be your best. You know, that's how, like, you know, to completely go sidetrack, that's how love feels, bro. Like,
oh my God.
You know, it's like love makes you want to do things, and I love that team and I love that club.
Yes.
If anyone asks me who I play for now, I won't say, like, I will say Liverpool. Because I am proud of playing for Liverpool.
Oh my God,
like,
it's getting emotional.
I'm getting emotional, man. I don't know, like, it's such a fulfilling feeling. It is such a...
Sounds like you found your passion.
Yeah, like, the passion is back, brother. The fire has been lit. The beacons of Gondor are lit. Rohan calls... Wait. Yeah.
Rohan calls for aid.
No, it's Gondor calls for aid.
Yeah.
I almost got the far out. That would be bad of me as a nerd to get that wrong. But yeah, anyway, so that's my story time.
Nice. That was an emotional story.
It was an awesome weekend, man. An awesome weekend. I had such a good time.
I don't know if my news of the week can top that story.
Yeah, well, news of the week. Roll the intro.
And welcome to the news.
Bang.
So Xbox just had their live showcase of their new games.
Yes, I have not watched it, so please.
Well,
inform
have
me.
you heard of the Xbox news before?
The Xbox
everything?
news.
They shut down multiple studios after them publishing award-winning games.
Oh. What?
Yes. So there's been controversy with Xbox because they shut down a game studio after releasing a smallish game, but it was a very like stylistic.
Yeah.
And it was like an
What was
anime guitar fighting game.
Oh, what the
It was
heck?
really weird and out
Yeah.
there. Anyway, they won awards and then they just got shut down randomly out of nowhere.
That makes me wonder if there was something behind the scenes, though. But
Well,
anyway, continue.
It's because it's like Xbox, like Microsoft has owned all these game studios now,
Yeah.
and they've become too big to like
To handle it
Yeah.
all. Yeah, right.
and so funding everything. So it's like the story of a game studio. You make a nice game, get bought by Microsoft, and then got shut down after your next game.
Yeah.
Is becoming the trend.
Oh dear, that's tough.
So faith in Xbox has been very
Has
limiting
been low.
because PlayStation have been releasing various single player bangers and
Yeah.
been very much supported.
Very successful, yeah.
And like with the Series X, you can't really point to a game that really shows off the hardware and saying that it's exclusive to that Xbox.
Interesting, okay.
And then the other thing is Game Pass has been very big as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you buy Game Pass, you pretty much just get the whole Xbox library.
Yeah. Well, I do know that, yes.
Yeah. So
My brother stole my Xbox, so I don't have one anymore.
Oh, that's sad.
Come back from the military, you silly man. I want my Xbox. No, I'm kidding. I barely play it. Anyway, keep going.
Anyway, they've made a comeback.
Oh,
So after their
I love a comeback story.
so their game showcase, their first game that they new release
Mm-hmm.
is Doom: The Dark Ages. So they're making another Doom now. Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So it's
Just
been
making
like
sure I had the right Doom.
7 years since the Doom Eternal or something.
Yeah, right.
7 or 5 years, I think.
That means it's time for a remake. That's
Yeah.
just how we work. We don't make our own things, we remake
so
things.
it seems to be a prequel or yeah,
Prequel?
It's called Doom: The Dark Ages, and he's got a shield now.
Oh.
It's sick. But every game they showcased, it's instantly like released to Game Pass day one.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think Xbox are going for the buy games anymore.
So they want you to get a Game Pass.
Yeah, so just get a Game Pass for all the games. Which means games now look like they've flopped because no one buys.
No one buys them, but people have the Game Pass and they're playing it.
So
wow.
It's hard to... That's what their big problem is. Everyone's just been playing it on Game Pass.
Wow, okay, interesting.
So that's why they've been shutting down studios.
So yeah, it doesn't make... Yeah.
So yeah, they announced
How
Gears
weird.
5.
Yep.
Which looks good. That's a prequel. It's about Extinction Day.
Yep.
Do you play much Gears of War at all?
I have not, no.
Neither do I. So,
Well,
I think
moving on.
But yeah, they released a couple good ones. There's DLC for not Star Citizen. What's the other one that came out recently?
The by Bethesda.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? Starfield.
Starfield.
Is it Starfield?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
I think it. Yeah, that sounds right. Starfield.
Quick
So
Google.
new DLC for that, and then
Starfield.
Fallout 76. New DLC for that. That
Oh
looks
yeah,
good.
I saw something about that. Yeah, it is Starfield. Yeah.
But the thing is, they're all updating all these old games still.
Make a new one, bro.
Well, they have with these ones, and then there was one. Oh, there's a new turn-based one
Yeah.
that like looks pretty sick. It's like called 33 or something.
33. Like a turn-based strategy.
Yeah,
Or...
turn-based
that's
strategy.
my jam.
But it's like got
I
high
love
definition
I love
graphics as
turn-based.
well.
Yeah.
So that looks sick.
I love
Overall,
turn-based strategy.
Nothing looked too terrible,
Yeah. Okay.
but that was good. So it was good that Xbox finally came back into their own.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Doom and Gears 5. I think I'll give Gears of War
Yeah.
a run. Now it's a prequel, so I could play them all the way.
Can play
through.
them all. Yeah. Work your way through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what have you played any of the Doom games before? Or?
Yeah, I love Doom. Doom
Yeah.
looks sick. It's just a
just hack
great
and
game
slash,
to
isn't
just turn your mind off. Pardon?
Isn't it just like hack and slash?
Pretty much.
You just walk through shooting things. Well,
As
it's like
many-
it's like Vermintide, right?
Yeah.
Like you know that Warhammer one. I think I convinced you to buy it at one
Yeah.
point. You
pretty
just
good.
walk through and you're just killing hordes of enemies.
They have a story. It's a bit too complicated for me.
Yeah.
Like it goes into weird places, but
Okay,
it's
interesting.
just selling point is the weapons and the fact you can blast things to pieces without like each shot matters.
Yeah. Cool. Nice. Kind of like Helldiver
Yeah,
type.
it basically it was doing the whole
That
Helldivers
whole
thing.
Helldiver before
Yeah.
Helldivers. Yeah. Nice. Hell yeah. That's
anyway,
cool.
that's the news of the week.
News of the week. Very cool.
All right, now we do a show off.
Yes. A show off.
Not show off. What do we call it?
We've got a new challenge. So, in previous podcasts, we would do a challenge at the end of everything to decide who the next host is.
The only problem is we've run out of challenges, so we've decided.
Well, we haven't run out of challenges. I think we just... It makes more sense to create more content, you know?
So we're just going to do end of week challenges now. Basically, we have to make a 1 minute clip each.
1 minute.
Well, however long you would like. The
Yeah, okay.
maximum length is 1 minute.
Okay.
So you just take away, and the other person just has to go with it.
Yeah, okay.
So
It's
we
kind
have
of a
to-
yes and type situation.
So yeah,
Cool.
you can just say the most outlandish stuff for a good clip,
Yep.
and whoever gets the most view becomes the host next week.
Oh, God, I love it.
Fight!
So, are we posting this on our own TikToks, or is it both going on the Babadoe?
On our own TikToks.
On our own?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
I
the Low
think-
Power Talk has like 5 followers, bro.
Maybe on...
I'm going to reach no one.
Maybe the Babadoe channel as well.
I feel like the Babadoe
Yeah.
channel would be smarter.
Yeah, because Two Lads of Deck Chess is on that.
Yeah. Because, like, I have my Low Power one, and I did a Uno one recently, and that got 436 views. So, 400, yeah. So, I mean, to be fair, for a bloke with 5 followers, I'm pretty happy with
Yeah,
that.
good job.
I'm pretty happy with that. Oh,
Okay, just post on Babadoe and see which one gets more.
yeah.
So do you wish to start?
No,
Do you have
please.
any ideas?
Hey, I do, but I'll let you go first if you want to.
Alright,
I'm ready.
ready.
Yep.
Okay, gotta think of it through. It's gotta be tight.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that I nearly lost these 2 fingers to a chainsaw.
Oh shit! What happened?
So, I was in the bushes.
Yep.
Chainsaws are running. I went to reach for a branch, and then through the wood, I saw a chain coming towards my fingers. And I felt the metal touching it.
Yeah.
Like, for a brief second, that felt like an eternity. I just heard my fingers squelch, and I just pulled back immediately. And I've still got the scar. It's actually on the wrong fingers. It's actually these ones. Well, I did that out. I've still got the scar to prove it.
Well, let's see. Whereabouts? Oh shit! Oh my god! Wow!
I survived,
That's
barely.
That's hectic, bro. That's pretty mental.
My flip.
That's your clip. Wow. Okay. Goodness. Well, I've just got a thing. We're gonna play a quick little challenge called "What's in Your Wallet." Are you ready?
All right.
What's in your wallet?
Okay.
All right. So, one by one. Oh, you have so many. Why is your wallet so fat, bro? What the hell? All right.
What? I have to bring all my cards.
Bro has lots of
Are
things.
we just choosing one card? Like, how many cards are we showing off?
I think we'll just have to show, what's in our wallet, really. So, give us your
Do you want 3 cards?
3 cards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, this is your skit. I'm just going along with anything you say.
Okay, do it. 3 cards. Give me 3 cards.
My son.
He's got a. You might have to put that up into the camera. It's a mini minion. It's a, what the hell? Why? I love it. Jerry. Oh, it's Jerry. Oh, nice.
You.
We might have to blur this out because it's old school ID for someone.
I could do this.
It's expired in 2020, bro. No, you can't show the school. You'll have to blur that out. That's crazy. It's an old school ID for neither of us. And what's your last one?
Just me and the missus.
Ah, Mrs. Content. Love it.
Alright.
I have an A-League ticket for Canberra United against the Liberty for the 20th of Jan, so it's from months ago. I have a time zone card, yellow. I actually don't know if anything's on it, but my coolest thing is this. What is this, you might wonder? I think it's Turkish. No, it's Syrian. So this is Syrian liquid, like Viagra. And
why do you have this?
so why do I have this? It's called Horsepower Royal Honey, which is rather amusing. I have it because I was up in the Gold Coast last year at uni games, and I met a random bloke who was just handing them out.
Sick.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try one, and I'll let you know if it works." I haven't heard from him, so I don't know if it works, and I'm too scared to try it.
I have a bonus round.
Yeah, bonus round.
I've got a Route 66 license.
Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. What's this? The Mother Road. I made the run, had a ton of fun. You were born on the 11th of the 11th, 1926. You got a compliment, the Rusty Bolt. Why? What is this? Where did you get that from?
Route 66.
Oh, you actually went there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Unreal. But anyway, that was my what's in your wallet game. So
Nice.
I'm gonna have to heavily edit that to
to clip size.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye everybody.
Have a drink on us.
Yeah. Alcoholism.